Hey guys, this is Tara with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today we're diving into the June reading, June 2021. Dude, this is my birth month. I don't have just a birthday, I have a birth month, but we know we technically have a birth year all year round. So this will be my 40th trip around the sun. I have reached the big 4-0 and I'm actually really stoked about it. I always wondered when I was like a teenager, like, what would I look like when I'm 40? And turns out not much different. You know, I'm pretty much dressed exactly the same. I'm still goofy, still pretty immature, except minus the skunk streak. Except when I was in high school, I used to take peroxide to my hair and I was like peroxiding a streak and peroxiding the sides. So technically, I kind of do look exactly the same, except this is no peroxide. This is wisdom, baby. All right, so I am ready for this June reading, you guys. I am so ready. I have a smoothie here with lots of fresh fruit, so I'm gonna be chowing down on this while we get to the reading. I have a few different decks, and I'll tell you kind of how I'm gonna set this up. We'll dive into it, and then you guys go off and have yourselves a rockin' June. I have my Wally's World Oracle. Of course. And if you guys are interested in this deck, you can go to my website, www.kittensweightsandtarot.com, or my Etsy shop, Kittens Weights Tarot, and you can find my Wally's World Oracle. In this little pouch, I have the Self-Care Oracle. It was one that I got off of Etsy. We'll be utilizing that. And Believe in Your Own Magic. It's been a little while since I used this oracle. I thought it would be really good to clarify what the tarot cards say. So I'm going to use my giant Rider-Waite Smith. I love this one because it's ridiculously large, and actually I think it looks really cool. I mean, I didn't always used to be a fan of like the OG Rider-Waite Smith images, but when it's like blown up in your face, it's kind of cool. And then we're going to dig into this pouch for our charms for June. So while we are sitting out here in 99-degree heat, it's about 99, 100 degrees, we got my smoothie, we got our decks, we're gonna have ourselves a great time. So let me get another little taste here, because it is really warm out here. I want to stay cool for this reading. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my Wally's World to pick a theme card for the month. So what's the overall theme? And knowing kind of the energies that are out there, like if you watch other people's pick a card readings or pick a cards or monthly readings, you notice that everybody might say a little something different, and that's because everybody's just tapping into the various energies that are out there. So the more aware we are of all the different energies that are out there, the more we can utilize them to our advantage, and again, have a kick, not a less month. So, okay. So I'm going to use the Wally's World for the overall theme, and I want to use the self-care card oracle deck just to pull an actual self-care, like something that we could do to help ourselves, because sometimes when we think of self-care, we're just thinking of like, oh, like it's bubble baths, and no, a lot of times self-care is like shadow work. It's a lot of things, and that shows love to ourselves so that we can grow and help others in the process. And then tapping into the energies, I want to use the giant Rider-Waite Smith and the Believe in Your Own Magic deck to be able to convey those energies to you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. Give me just a moment while I shuffle these cards. Okay, so got them all shuffled out. Here we go. Let's take a look at the overall theme for the month of June first. Again, a little snacky on the smoothie. Okay, so the theme card here, this tree actually, I believe the image was taken by Cosmic Creeper, and this is over in the Royal Botanical Gardens. Okay. So I really feel for the month of June that this is a time for really solidifying things that we've been working on, like this whole year. I know we keep bringing up, you're working on stuff, you know, and it's bringing up other things, and then you guys are very close to achieving goals. Some goals you've already met, and now you're moving on to new things, and it's just like more and more and more and more. But it's really because, like, as a populace, as an Earth populace, we're all leveling up at different rates, of course, but we're all going through our leveling up process. So if you feel like it's been like one thing after another, one shadow after another, one issue after another, or the emotions have been running high, or these migraines are out of control, and it's just because there's so much energy out there, and a lot of things have been coming up, so we can finally clear them. Like, the whole reason those shadows and those energies are there is so that we can actually clear them. It's saying, hey, there's an issue here, we want you to live your best life, and we want all your dreams to come true, but here's this issue. That's why you're having a problem. That's why you feel anxiety. That's why all of this stuff, so that you can fix it, so that we can, or not fix it, I should say, but start clearing it, start working on it, start trying to heal it, start going inwards, so that it doesn't come up again. It's like same situation, different face, but it's time that we clear those things. So the theme for this month, digging in deep, look at what we've already cleared, and start branching out and helping other people through the process too. Yes, you may not feel like, who am I? Like, I'm not a counselor, I'm not any of those things, but because you've gone through certain experiences, you can now utilize that to help other people. So let's help some folks this month. Speaking of helping other people, we want to talk about self-care. And so the self-care card that I pulled for you guys to focus on for the month of June is the crown chakra. It says the crown chakra is out of balance. How does it get out of balance? When we get out of touch with our higher self. How do we get out of touch with our higher self? We keep ignoring deep meditations, not just like a 2-minute meditation here or there, but really going in deep, diving in deep, taking the time out for yourself to go in, listen to yourself, what's going on, contacting your guides, getting in touch with them, and not just, oh yeah, I meditated for 5 minutes today. It's really going in and centering yourself in that fashion. So your crown chakra needs you to check in. So in the month of June, set aside some time. Every day would be great if you could, to really sit, listen to your higher self, listen to your intuition, and just get in touch with that energy, because the more we ignore it, the harder it's going to knock on the door, much like our shadows. So we may fill our time with to do, and I gotta do this and this and this and this, but the more disconnected you get with your higher self, your everyday to-do tasks get harder. So it's like a catch-22. You're like, oh, well, I don't have time for that because I have to I got school, I got work, I got my family, I got all of this. I'm not saying those things aren't important, but you are the most important thing because you're the one living in this body right now. So please do not neglect yourself. Don't neglect your higher self. Set aside some time. Otherwise, those to-do tasks that you're trying to do are going to be much harder to do the more you neglect you. I made a little rap. Okay, so let's take a look at our energy then. We have the Queen of Wands, we have nostalgia, a focus on the here and now. And then we have the Eight of Swords, and we have wings. You never needed those wings anyway, or needed those wings to fly. Then we have the Knight of Swords, and we have Voyage. You already have all the answers. Okay, so give me a moment to put all of these together. Okay, so I believe these are 3 different messages. They kind of go together cohesively. Okay, so a lot of us been in some Wands energy, been starting a lot of different projects, either self projects or, some external things that you've been doing for work, things you've been doing with your family, some mental projects. But our energy's kind of been all over the place because 2021 has offered us that type of energy. Remember, in Mayan astrology, we are in an Ik year. So we're in 9 Ik, which is all about creation, 9 being the number of creation. And so Ik is the hurricane. So we have brought in all these winds of change. It's definitely an energetic year, much different than Kaban, which was about shaking things up. Now we're blowing things through. So we're getting things done. So a lot of people have started a lot of new things, or things that they have started, they've really gone in and put in more time this year. And so for June, it's time to focus on one of your main things, because I think by doing stuff here, 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 and here, you're a little bit too dispersed. You know, there's too much of your energy going so many different places that it's not making enough progress on any one of those things. So let's focus on one of your projects, one of your things that you really would like to see get done. I know you'd like to see all of them get done, but pick the one that is of most importance. And you're going to embody this queen energy, this queen of wands energy. And then for nostalgia, just as you're focusing on that thing, I don't really see it as nostalgia. It's more when they talk about the here and now. If we're not fully present in the thing that we're working on, you know, embodying this Queen of Wands, because the Queen of Wands is just focused on the one thing that he or she wants to nurture, right? If the brain is like, oh, but I still want to do this, this, and this, again, you're dispersing your energy, and it's as if, you know, it's just as bad as trying to focus on a bazillion projects. You know, because in essence you are up here, which is not helping the physical world. These are connected, you know. The energetic and the 3D, they're connected. So the more focused you could be up here, which by the way is going to help by getting back in touch with your crown chakra, the easier it'll be to fly through this one project that you give your main focus to this month. And I know that you guys have started many different things. Let's get one thing focused on and close to completion. You know, so be present when you're doing that one thing. No need for your brain to be everywhere else, because you can't possibly be everywhere else right now. So focus on this by also focusing on your crown chakra. What's connected to that though is the 8 of Swords and the wings card. You never needed those wings to fly. And I feel like there are some barriers into getting the thing done that you wish to get done, but it's not an actual barrier. It's a self-imposed barrier. It's the, I need to have this in order for it to happen, or oh, if only I was like a stronger person, or oh, only if I spoke up more, or man, bad luck always happens to me, you know, this always happens to me. And it's because you're creating these swords. You're speaking the words into manifestation. You know that as like magical practitioners and as witches and people who aren't witches, you know, in every belief there are prayers that people say. Why? Because they believe that words have power, and they do, because they originate with us, the magic workers, right? And so we speak these things. I'm no good. Great, you just put it out into the universe that you're no good. So everything that reflects that will come back to you, reflecting everything that you're no good. Is that true? Of course it's not true, but you're speaking it into existence. So the things that you're speaking into existence right now is that I can't get done this particular project because there's some sort of, I don't know, defect, as you might believe, in your personality or being able to do certain things. So start speaking the thing, even if you don't truly believe it yet, start speaking the thing that you say you aren't. Like, well, I'm not strong. Start saying, I'm strong, and just keep saying it, because pretty soon, I'm strong is going to get reflected back to you in the 3D world. So let's remove this 8 of Swords so that you can focus on your project. And the way that you can really get that focus in is by connecting to your higher self, which is also going to connect with this as well, because our higher self is not going to lie to us. Our higher self would never tell us we are weak. Our higher self will never say that we're no good. Our higher self would never say any of those things. They only say what's true. And what's true is that we are perfect beings, like perfect. Humans? No, we're not perfect. Our spirit is perfect. Why? Because we all come from source energy, that pure white light that we put into everything. That's perfect. That's what we want to tap into, the feeling of I am everything and everything. I mean, like, what else is perfect than to be one with the universe, you know? So yeah, okay, working on that. Then the Knight of Swords, I already have all the answers, is just getting it started. So maybe you have already gotten it started, but it's the, yeah, but I have 5 things I want to do. Can't I just continue to try to put a little bit of myself into each one? Like I said, you're spreading yourself thin and not making much headway on any of them. Pick one thing. So be this Knight of Swords, pick one thing and charge, tally ho, because you've already started it. You already really do have all the answers. Want to look for more answers? Again, tap into your higher self. Your higher self knows everything, okay? Because you're connected to source energy. So all the answers are within you. They've always been within you. These readings doesn't mean the answers are externally. I'm just reiterating what is true within you. So that's my purpose. Like, that's all I do. I'm not like some magician over here spouting out things that you guys don't already know. You already know all these things here. I'm just here to reaffirm to your human self what's true, what's really true. And you already had all the answers all along. You had the ability to start this all along. So, all right. All right. So again, this is the month to really dig into those things that we've learned, dig into the shadows, work on the healing, branch out so we can help other people in the process. We don't have to be perfect, to be able to help other people. Our spirit inside, like I said, yes, is perfect. It's connected to source, has all the answers, but we're just human beings, and the vessel needs a little bit of help from our higher self. So let's let the higher self in and give us that help that we need. Focus on one project this month. Work on eliminating those barriers to getting that project done. So again, those core beliefs that may not be true, shadow work, all of that stuff is again just connecting to your higher self. And then you have everything you need to like really keep going. So just get her done. Okay, so let me have a little bit more of my smoothie. And let's dig into our charms. Yay! Okay. Some charms. What do we got here? Ooh. Okay. We have Captain America. We have this sweet little twisty candy. We have a little deer. We have one of these guys. They're so cute. We have Stitch. Oh, we had a lot of charms. We have a whale. And we have a basketball. Okay, so let me put these all together. Oh, what I thought was interesting is the guy with the map came up with the girl with the map here. So just reiterating that you have all the answers. You always have. And the higher self, or actually being able to fly, I kind of see that with Stitch. Stitch kind of being your higher self, he's supposed to be a little alien, and he knows a lot of things, but he's also imperfect too, and so he learns a lot of lessons along the way. So get in touch with that fun-loving higher self. It kind of helps us along, as we bounce around in this life of ours. And the whale here, again, just getting in touch with the intuition. So this representing the crown chakra. So again, it's just reiterating that. And remember that as I have these two here, the little deer and the candy and Captain America, is that you can be both soft and sweet and strong at the same time. Like, it's possible. You never have to choose one over the other. Like, what if I like to wear pink and I'm sweet, and I feel like if I'm a sweet person, I can never speak up because I feel like that's being mean. No, that's just a lack of self-esteem and lack of barriers, and you have to work on those things. Like, not an issue, it's just that you have to work on those things. Nothing against you. And Captain America here, we could have all the brawn in the world, but if you are constantly attacking situations, that leaves out the sweetness that people may crave from you. So it's okay to have a balance of these two this month, and always, actually, of course. And I think that's it. All right, so let me have another little munch of my smoothie. It's like really good, you guys. If you want the recipe, let me know and I'll place it in the comment section down below. All right, so that's it for me, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the June reading for 2021. I hope you guys have an awesome June. I can't wait for June 10th. I'm gonna turn the big 4-0, you guys. I'm super excited. I am the mega, like, I am Gemini. Like, I am all Gemini. Well, most all Gemini. I mean, my chart's like mostly air, but you know, like I'm a Libra moon, Scorpio rising, all that stuff. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great June. This is one of my favorite months because it's really warm, but I guess that doesn't matter because in Arizona, every day is warm, every day of the year. But I'll catch you spiritual homies later. If you dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com. Have a lot of different readings over there, as well as my salves, room and body sprays that I make. And if you head over to Desert Cauldron on Etsy, Desert Cauldron, all one word, or on Instagram, desert.cauldron, you'll see the shop that James and I created, James over at Light of Riga. Lots of witchy tools, no matter what your practice is and your background. So a lot of handmade items by James and I, a lot of items made by local artisans or artisans far away. But we'd like to have a lot of that handmade and not so many machine-made items, you know, within our shop. And then there's special tea blends created by me and incense, and those that work with Hecate. I have a special Hecate incense blend that comes with a unique, one-of-a-kind ancient key. But yeah, that's it from me, spiritual homies. All of my links are down below for my newsletter. So the newsletter came out today, by the way. All of you guys that are signed up for the newsletter. I send out my newsletter only once a month. At the start of every month. I don't play the spam game, so really all you ever get from me once a month on the 1st is always the newsletter. But that has like witchy stuff, witchy DIYs, decks that I'm using, herbs that I'm using, crystals, all that good stuff. But everything else is down below for Patreon, and my Leon Mystery School, where I teach Mayan astrology, because I was talking about Mayan astrology before then. Oh, speaking of Mayan astrology, you'll learn when you take the course that every 13 days we have either a new moon or a full moon. And so the end of the Trecena for June, for the new moon, is on my birthday, June 10th. So 13 is one of the most magical numbers in all of the Trecena. So it's going to be a powerful, energetic day. It's also a new moon in Gemini on my birthday. So I'm super excited. Okay, but that's it, you guys. I will catch you later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.